Championship. Fourth place here in his home event, and the title is his. The odds are certainly in his favour. Only 5 non-Frenchmen have ever won on the tarmac roads of Corsica, and it's a surface on which Loeb excels.
I will try to drive like I feel, and we'll see what is our position, but the most important will be to finish in the first.
But it was on this event last year that Loeb threw away the 2003 championship. Leading the rally on day 2, disaster struck, and Loeb was stuck for 10 minutes. Solberg went on to win both the rally and the championship. Solberg is the only man who could beat Loeb to the title. His chances are slim, but he'll be fighting to the very end.
Better result like last year would be great.
Of course, it would have been really good, but we will see. Tarmac is very difficult for us, but obviously I'm going to do my best.
So here it is in black and white. Solberg trailing Loeb by 26 points, with just 3 rallies left in the season. And if Loeb is the hot favourite for the driver's title, it's an even safer bet that his Citroën team will be celebrating the manufacturer's crown by Sunday. The stages here twist up into the mountains, corner after corner after corner, making it really tough on the crews. Abrasive surfaces mean time preservation is vital, and the drivers can also be caught out by dust, soil and gravel dragged out into the road. The island sits in the Mediterranean Sea off the south coast of mainland France, and the rally is based in its principal city, Ajaccio. There are just 12 stages to negotiate, but they're amongst the longest in the championship.
Loeb's date with destiny begins with the ceremonial start on Thursday night, but he would already be focusing on the opening day's stages. Like the following 2 days, day 1 consists of 2 stages, which are repeated in the afternoon to make a total of 4. All those corners clearly visible as the roads wind through the mountains. After heavy overnight rain, the morning's clear in Corsica. Unpredictable conditions, but Sebastian Loeb is hoping for the predicted result. Remember, the runaway championship leader has just to match his lowest finish this season, 4th place in New Zealand, to take the title. He'd love to win this rally. An elegant way, he says, to become world champion. But he's clever enough not to take any risks. Petter Solberg has to take risks. If he's to have any hope of keeping his crown, he has to win.
In, cut 6 right bus, into 2 left tightens, 40, slippy maybe.
You can hear Kodron 4 Mills saying cut and slippy, and you can see standing water in those surface changes. For this rally, because of those variables, gravel crews have been allowed to tell the teams about the conditions and where gravel or mud have been pulled onto the road. That'll be important for the second pass through the stages. Solberg's taken a harder compound tyre than the other crews, and he's already considerably slower than Loeb.
150.
Nearly 16 seconds off the pace of the Frenchman. Carlos Sainz, along with Solberg, is a past winner here. His victory came back in 1991, but the veteran Spaniard brings his experience of contesting Corsica 16 times to bear. He's faster than both Solberg and Loeb, but even quicker is Marco Martin. Ford could do with a good result here, and Martin needs a win to boost his own confidence, his sole victory this season back in Mexico in March. His teammate François Duval will be happy with the wet conditions. He prefers damp, dirty roads like his home rallies in Belgium. He did well in similar conditions in Germany with his best ever finish, 2nd place, and he's fast here. He's beaten Martin 4.3 seconds quicker.
Francois, end of first stage of Rally Corsica, and that's the fastest time so far.
It's not easy because it's really difficult. Good choice the tires for the first stage. Now it's necessary to drive very carefully and a good line because on the tires it's a little bit too soft.
Marcus Gronholm's on the same soft Michelins. But the Finn isn't keen on tarmac. He's never won a tarmac rally. But with this being a home race for Peugeot, as well as Citroën, the team are keen to get on the podium at least.
How did it go in there?
As you see at the time, it's not fantastic. I don't know, it was difficult and slippery. I don't like this.
More at home on this surface is Cedric Robert. The tarmac expert finished 5th for Peugeot in Germany and has again been nominated for points here in Corsica. See the sparks under that Skoda? Setting the right ride height's a real issue here.
Oikea vasen, lyhyt 6.
Oh, a spin there for Tony Gardemeister. He'll have lost a few seconds there. Not what the team want.
Oikea vasen, lyhyt 6.
They're keen to make more of an impact now they've committed to 2005. But fortunately, Armin Schwartz is faring better. He's 8th fastest.
The two Fords doing their bit to keep the Manufacturers' Championship alive, but it still won't be good enough if the two Citroën drivers remain so high up the leaderboard through the rally.
So Sebastian Loeb's 4th going into stage 2 and says he's thinking of the driver's title. No risks on this tricky rally.
You're exactly right, and although he must be confident that he is rallying on French turf, these roads in Corsica really are the toughest tarmac roads that you can get. Now bearing in mind he's on a slick racing tyre, the roads have been repaired quite often and it makes them very, very bumpy and quite tricky. But it's also quite damp, a lot of mud under braking, you have to be so careful you don't slide wide. The tyres are not ideal. And certainly a guy who's not on ideal tyres is Peter Solberg. He's chosen a hard compound tyre. It's not good, he's losing a lot of time. But in fairness to him, his Pirellis work well on the wet, but not so good on the drier sections.
Slippy braking,
He's looking pretty good on handling. Yeah, the right weight's quite good. Look at it, he's totally balanced over those cuts.
The setup might be right, but the tyre choice has certainly cost him. Solberg loses another 38 seconds on stage 2.
Nearly 3 right back. Opens.
Now Carlos Sainz here is on a stretch of road with a steep drop. The road bordered by the mountain on one side and a stone wall on the other. This rally demands concentration and precision driving. Now just watch the line he takes through these corners. Using every inch of the tarmac to keep the speed as high as possible. But even so, Sainz can't match Loeb. He's 1.9 seconds slower, which is enough to lose 3rd place to his teammate. The only team who could beat Citroën to the manufacturer's title is Ford.
5 plus left.
And though their chances are pretty slim, their performance on stage 1 shows they're giving their all. They've made a few setup changes and Marco Martin says the car's perfect. He's very quick on stage 2.
Minus left fast into 4 plus right.
And quick too is his young teammate, the early rally leader, François Duval. It's a strong showing by Ford, and it'll be a good morning's work if they end stage 2, first and second overall.
Pour gauche ferme 121, pas cordé 3. 25, pas cordé 3. Léger droite pour gauche 125. Léger gauche 70 pour droite 72. Sur droite 100 tenir. Sur gauche à fond frein pour gauche 80. Frein gauche 80.
He's second by 8 seconds overall. As for Peugeot, all championship glories out of their reach. Again, Marcus Gronholm can't better the Fords or the Citroëns. He's 5th fastest and 5th overall, nearly a minute off the lead.
And that lead is now held by Marco Martin. Sebastian Loeb will be happy with his 3rd place, just ahead of his Citroën teammate. But 6th place is not exactly what Peter Solberg had in mind.
Peter, fair to say it's been a big struggle for you this morning.
Yeah, it's been very difficult, and that's how it is. Tarmac is tarmac, and you just have to keep on pushing.
Why has it been so difficult?
It's like every time I rally.
Malcolm, perhaps some surprising pace from both of your drivers.
I don't think so. I mean, if you look, we've had a very good test. The drivers are both very, very confident before the start of the rally. I think we sort of probably tested in similar conditions to what we're encountering here. So, I mean, there's no real technical changes to the car from Germany. I think it's just, the package of the two drivers and the car and the tyre packages has obviously worked very well this morning.
With the weather so changeable in the mountains at this time of year, tyre choice is vital. But Francois Duval and Marco Martin go for different compounds and cuts.
No, it was quite tricky tyre choice, so I'm not 100% sure that we made the right one because it's between the two choices. So
What choice have you made, explaining it in a bit more detail?
we went quite a soft one, so it could be in trouble, but my driving style is so smooth that I really struggle with the hard. If it's too soft, I can cope better, but if it's too hard, I can't cope with it, so I lose a lot of time. So hope it was a right decision.
The rally route in Corsica goes through several mountain villages. That means that from the first light of day, marshals and police have to close public roads as normal life is put on hold for the WRC. Once the crowd safety measures are in place, the fans are able to move in, eager to take up every conceivable vantage point. And several hours after the first run through the Ampaza stage, they're still here in the village of Mocca. Which means the fans will see for themselves if Marco Martin has made the right tyre choice for the afternoon.
20, 4 minus left and junction tight.
Martin expected the stages to be damp and went for soft compound slicks with no cuts in them.
3 plus left, very long tight.
But it's drier than he thought, and he pays the price.
20, 6 right. 17.
He's only 6th fastest on stage 3.
Completely wrong tyre choice. There is absolutely no dampness left. It's bone dry. Yeah. Very soft tyres. No chance.
His teammate Francois Duval opted for a harder compound with cuts. And it's made an incredible difference. He's 22 seconds faster than Martin on a single stage. And that means that Duval retakes the rally lead. And tyres play a part in the performance of Sebastian Loeb too. He blames a poor choice for dropping 14 seconds to Duval. Watch how he cuts the corners to straighten the apex and carry speed. But even so, as well as being slower than Duval, he's also slower than teammate Carlos Sainz. The Spaniard is 5.3 seconds faster than Loeb, and that means he takes back 3rd place overall. The two Citroens, like the two Fords, swapping places with each other, keeping ahead of their rivals, most notably keeping well ahead of defending world champion Solberg.
2 right finals. Opens 40 on into 3 left
He's
finals.
off the pace again, only managing 10th on the stage.
Opens into 5 right
He
left.
must sense his slim hopes keeping his crown, slipping away with each kilometre. Cedric Robert's nomination for this rally proves to be a shrewd move by Peugeot. He beats Solberg by 20 seconds on stage 3 and leapfrogs the Norwegian, taking 6th place overall.
Ahead of Robert, Peugeot teammate Marcus Gronholm is now putting pressure on 4th place Sebastian Loeb. And remember, Loeb needs to hang on to that 4th spot to guarantee the world title.
They can clear the cars from the villages, but the pigs aren't impressed by marshals, stewards or rally officials. They just need to look out for the rally cars. Armin Schwartz comes into the final stage of the day in 8th. But a slow run costs him time, and he drops 2 places. That allows French privateer and former Formula One driver Stéphane Salazan to climb into the final point-scoring position. In seventh and still struggling, Petter Solberg's had a disaster of a day. He loses another 42 seconds. Ahead of Solberg and Cédric Robert, Marcus Grönholm has improved in the afternoon, second on stage 3 and fourth on 4, to increase the pressure on Sebastian Loeb. The business end of the table, Carlos Sainz has been trading positions with teammate Loeb. But he's only fifth fastest on stage 4. His teammate, though, is putting in a blinder just when he needs it. He wins the stage, distancing himself from Grönholm and even better, convincingly regaining third place. Just ahead, Marco Martin's been more on form in Corsica than we've seen him in months. Perhaps the thought of a lucrative new contract next season has sharpened his focus. This fast and flowing stage suits his driving style and tyres much better.
36 right close.
His time on stage 4 very close to that of his teammate. François Duval, of course, is still seeking a new deal. That means he has to impress, which he certainly is doing here. Current team boss Malcolm Wilson tipped him for a debut win in 2004.
50 léger gauche à fond et droit, 50 frein piège pour droite.
Stage 4 was the fastest of the day. So let's see how quickly all the manufacturers' cars accelerated from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour.
That's a great start from Duval. He pulls ahead immediately. 4.2 seconds for Duval. Now Loeb's just fractionally behind, but incredibly Marcus Grönholm 1 second slow after just 100 meters.
But it's not just speed off the blocks or straight line speed. They call this the rally of 10,000 corners.
Yes, a cornering speed is even more important, and the correct racing line is vital to gain extra speed. Let's ride on board with Sebastian Loeb to show us how it's done. Now just look how he cuts this next corner to take a final line. Now that's just a small cut. But here he keeps well to the right, and now he cuts right across the apex to carry extra speed. Now just look at this exterior shot. Look how Loeb turns these next two corners into one, and those soft racing slicks leaving a perfect line for everyone else to follow. As we saw on that last stage, Loeb is a master on this surface.
Loeb ends the day in third position, but his only rival for the title, Petter Solberg, is down in seventh. That would not be good enough to keep him in the championship race, whatever Loeb does. But the stars of the day are the Ford duo of Marco Martin and François Duval.
François, your favourite rally and a great day for you.
Yeah, it's been very good. No mistake today. Good choice of tires. Car is going very well today, no problem. And for tomorrow, if possible, I continue on the same rhythm.
Why do you feel so comfortable on these stages?
I don't know. I like the tarmac rally. This rally is quite narrow. Good grip. The grip change all the time. Slippery. Good grip. I like this condition. Some damp and slick tires.
Things are already looking very good for you for the World Rally Championship after just one day.
For the moment, it's going very well. We are third at the overall classification, and Petter is far behind. So yes, it's looking good for the moment.
Championship to Sebastian Loeb, really.
If Petter needs some encouragement, he may take it from the fact that he is one place better off than he was at this stage in Corsica last year. As you've heard, the rain came, and he ended day 2 as the leader. He'll be praying for rain tonight. On this second day, the crews head north from Ajaccio for the longest stages of the rally. Stages 5 and 7 are over 36 kilometres, while stages 6 and 8 are the longest of the rally at 41.
More overnight rain, so the stages will be damp, but a downpour during the day is what 7th placed Petter Solberg could do with. His Pirellis performed better in the wet. Remember how last year he was running 8th at this point. Weather intervened and he took the lead. But this year, trailing by more than 2 minutes after 4 stages, the Norwegian needs not just rain showers, but a minor miracle. Alexander Begg in 9th is on intermediate tyres to keep grip on the wet. But that is a warning to everyone. Peugeot Cedric Robert is looking to keep his 20-second advantage over Solberg, so he's taken a more aggressive tyre choice. He's gone for racing slicks. That's exactly where Begg had his moment. But Robert has fared far worse. Those slicks gave him no grip at all. Robert must be fearing the worst. He felt the full force of that heavy impact.
As Robert saw the water, he tried braking, unfortunately aquaplaning and stalling the engine. At that point, he had no control at all.
His co-driver, Gerald Bedon, prepares to warn the oncoming rally cars. And next on the road is their teammate, Marcus Gronholm. It's not his favoured surface. Remember, in the last tarmac rally, he crashed out on stage 1. But this time, the drama's not with him, but his teammates.
We had to stop on the stage because the road is blocked by Cedric. We cannot pass. We have stopped on the stage now. Road is blocked.
There's clearly no way anyone's going to get past that crumpled 307. But there is another driver already on the stage, Carlos Sainz. He too is flagged down by Bedon. Robert gets the car's engine going, and Sainz steps in to help push the 307 out of the road. Not with a great deal of success. After a big hold-up, the stage is restarted once the car has been moved.
30 mètres, droite 124, 110. Sur gauche 100 plus.
Sebastian Loeb is in a strong third after his magnificent stage win at the end of day 1. Slight slide there on the gravel inside that corner, but the mishaps of others will remind him that seconds, minutes, even rallies are easily lost. Now he must have been warned about that water, but it still causes a problem. Marco Martin starts day 2 in 2nd place. He led briefly on day 1 before a wrong tyre choice cost him 20 seconds and the lead on stage 3.
20.
He's on soft compound slicks this morning and looking incredibly confident and quick. He's more than 20 seconds faster than Loeb, an incredible time, saying to his young teammate, the rally leader, match that if you can. But Francois Duval's confidence is high. He powers through that water.
Sur droite 80, sur gauche à fond, il fera 25 pour 61 fort les 3.
But that same confidence does catch him out later. Too late on the brakes there, half spin and a stall.
Sur droite à fond, c'est pas grave, sur très long gauche à fond, il fera 25
He's lost time, he does have 15 seconds on the margin.
60 mètres, piège.
Now there's his teammate's time, and Duval's already much slower. In fact, he's lost the lead. Too much aggression has cost him dear.
With that great battle continuing for the rally lead, it's still a Ford 1-2, while the 2 Citroën drivers are going quietly about their business behind them. With the 2 longest stages of the rally back-to-back, the crews are given a chance to put a fresh set of tyres on. Big decisions to be made again. And it's always useful to know what your rivals are doing. New rally leader Marco Martin checks out Sebastian Loeb's choice.
Marco, you've gone for a slick tyre again. Why is that?
That's what you think is the best? I don't know, we'll see. Like the question is on a wet tyre, so we're on a slick, so we'll see afterwards who knows best.
40 minutes before the stage start, torrential rain in the Corsican mountains. How will that have affected the crew's choice of tyres? Despite that rain, the conditions on stage are very mixed. It is still down in places, but it's looking dry on other sections.
Et droite frein pour gauche 110 plus milieu.
And Loeb's intermediate tyres mean that he certainly isn't taking any chances.
Et gauche 110 plus pas corde. Et droite 100 plus plaque intérieure entrée. Plaque intérieure entrée.
Marco Martin's more attacking gamble helps him to comfortably beat Loeb and take his third stage win.
30, 6 minus right.
A remarkable performance. Martin's never won a tarmac rally, but he's leading in Corsica.
50, right tightens to 3 long.
Francois Duval does favour these conditions.
25 léger gauche en frein
Despite his own
piège.
sparkling
Pour droite
performance
70 corps de
and his
ferme sur
acknowledged
gauche
skill on
60.
tarmac, he
70
trails his
corps de
senior
ferme
teammate by more
sur
than
gauche
11 seconds on
60.
stage 6.
Sur droite sur gauche 80. Sur droite 70 pas corde. Sur gauche droite 70. Sur gauche 60 ferme. Bien. 60 ferme sur piège. Droite 60 attention sortie.
Back now to the service park in the port of Ajaccio, where the drivers can talk tactics with their teams.
Is there going to be a point in the rally where the team are going to say, look, stop fighting, don't push each other too hard, we want these manufacturers' points? Is that coming soon?
No, for me, I'm pushing 2 stages more. If Marco is going very well, I stop the lit.
You want to beat him though, don't you?
Yeah.
Does it make any difference it's your teammate Francois Duval who's pushing you hard behind? Should the team say, well, back off, give Marco a bit of space?
I don't think so. I'm sure he wants to win this rally as bad as I want. So it's been a bit of battle, really, only between us, because I don't think the others can touch us when we are on the same tires, and they're just not quick enough.
It's the halfway stage of the rally. Martin and Duval are really enjoying their battle, and Sebastian Loeb will be more than happy with third place, especially when he sees Peter Solberg languishing so far down the table and so far off the pace.
Even further down the leaderboard are the 2 Skodas as we go into the final 2 stages of the day. Armin Schwartz had the better of his teammate Tony Gardemeister on day 1, but he had to resort to manual shift on stage 6, dropping to 13th. By the end of stage 7, he's moved up 3 places. Just ahead, Gardemeister's had a trouble-free rally. But he's still more than half a minute away from the point-scoring positions. Even so, it's reassuring for Skoda to see their 2 cars with a shout at the top 8 finish. For Sebastian Loeb, the potential prize is, of course, far higher. The safety crews have reported on the gravel pulled onto the stage earlier, but say there's the same mix of damp and dry, though it's now a little warmer. And Loeb has opted for full slicks for his second pass through Vico.
Et attention, gauche 133, ferme 90 plus.
Marco Martin's on the same tyres, a hard compound which he says he isn't so keen on. But even so, with his rally lead to protect, he's 10 seconds faster than the Citroen. His slick tyres on these dried out roads allow him to drive with confidence at high speed, and they allow him to brake hard and late.
33 minus right, narrow bridge.
But he mustn't forget the damper patches, when he'll have to exercise a little more caution.
100 for right, narrow bridge.
Francois Duval promised to attack this afternoon. His aim is to regain the rally lead from his teammate. Remember, he trails Martin by 17 seconds.
Pour gauche 140, ouvre après sommet.
Despite reporting damage to a wheel, Duval's fast.
Ok, super.
Yes, he's eaten more than 7 seconds out of Martin's lead. Just under 10 seconds separate them. Duval and Martin aren't just fighting each other and the road conditions. The thousands of corners here create the highest G-forces in the rally calendar. And that puts a big physical strain on the crews.
56.
There's a G-force sensor low down in the center of the cars, which we've highlighted here. It in straight line acceleration, the G-forces are actually quite low. But they increase as the cars go round bends. Now this is where the sensor comes into its own for the teams. It provides information on their car setup and grip for the team's testing programs. The overall G-forces in rallying may not seem that high, but remember the crews are being jarred and jolted like this for almost 400 kilometers. But if you have a big crash like Marco Martin in the dash in Corsica last year, the G-forces can be 4 times higher than those faced by fighter pilots.
With 155 kilometres to go, Duval is just under 10 seconds behind Martin, while Loeb is now nearly a minute behind Duval. Tyre choice has dominated the second day of the rally, and there's one more chance to change the rubber. But there are no VIP trailers at this remote stop, so the crews just have to brave the elements.
The last stage of the day, a second run through 41-kilometre Paddy, and there's no question now, it's definitely wet. Marcus Grönholm's been doing his best to chase fourth place Carlos Sainz, but the Finn hasn't felt at ease with the 307 in these conditions. He finishes the day a minute and a half ahead of Petter Solberg, but with little realistic chance of moving up the table.
This is not really nice. I mean, it's heavy rain and slippery and oof. I hate these conditions, really.
So Sainz can afford to drive a cautious rally. Just as well when you see how much mud and gravel the torrential rain swept onto the stages. But the champion in waiting, Sebastian Loeb, is still attacking. Though he has no real reason to push, on stage 8, Loeb sets a very fast time, ending day 2 as he ended day 1 with an aggressive run through the Corsican mountains. And Francois Duval's still driving aggressively too. He's hoping to narrow the 1.6-second margin between himself and the rally leader.
Mois de septembre, très glissant, pas extérieur. Regarde.
Driver Stefan Reverse shouting, watch out, very slippy. Just look at those glowing brake discs.
60, 25 freins pour gauche ferme.
But the fastest man on the stage is Marco Martin. He's 11 seconds quicker than his teammate Duval.
6 left, 6
but he's got flames coming out of the engine. The Estonian on fire in Corsica, quite literally.
3 left close, 36 left and 2
But it doesn't appear to be slowing him down. If anything, he's going flat out, perhaps to get to the end of the stage and use his fire extinguisher.
6 left, 85 plus left, 6 right.
It must be a nerve-wracking experience, though. Now just watch what happens to Martin in his rush to deal with the fire. He's kept his car on the road for 2 days, but can't keep himself out of the ditch. Composure regained, Martin puts out the fire, caused by oil from the power steering system leaking out the hot turbo.
Worrying moments for Marco Martin, but he still managed to increase his lead to over 20 seconds. Loeb nicked a few seconds back from Duval there, but his mind will be on the bigger prize.
Marco, you've been on fire with regard to stage times all day, but that was a bit too literal at the end of the last stage. What happened?
I could see some flames coming on under the bonnet, so it wasn't a very nice view. But decided to carry on, and we just hope that we get to the finish and can put fire out there, and we managed. So it was very lucky, and then we lost the power steering after the stage. So very, very good. That didn't happen on the stage.
A few warnings for Marco Martin and Francois Duval of what could go wrong. But if they keep it together, a valuable Ford 1-2 is on the cards. Last-minute preparations in the Ford camp as Marco Martin and Francois Duval head up to defend the top 2 positions in Corsica. Citroën Sebastian Loeb is behind them in third, but that's good enough to make him the World Drivers' Champion.
You're very close. Are you feeling nervous at all?
It's okay, a bit sure, but no, it's okay because the position is looking so good that I should be very unlucky to lose that today. So we are in a good third position. The car is going perfectly for the moment.
A big day for the Frenchman and his team, but there's still time for jokes. So the last 4 stages of Corsica, again 2 repeated tests and a total distance of 112 kilometres. In previous years, Marco Martin and Francois Duval have both crashed out on these stages, so that thought will no doubt be at the back of their minds.
The only thought on Petter Solberg's mind will be getting to the end and putting this rally behind him. The Norwegian's been off the pace all through the event. His Pirelli tyres part of the problem, but the car's setup hasn't been perfect either.
And keep out into
So this looks like his last day as world champion, and he's going out with a flourish. He's fastest, but it's too little, too late. Ahead, Carlos Sainz continues his stately progress. The Spaniard's not really under threat. He's performing a solid role in protecting his second-place teammate and in bolstering Citroën's bid to take the manufacturer's title. The man chasing the driver's title is Sebastian Loeb. And with Solberg so far down the order, it looks like his crown is just 4 stages away. He starts the day in relatively cautious style. Concentration's the key for him. Francois Duval's been told by team boss Malcolm Wilson that there'll be no team orders. He's free to challenge teammate Marco Martin for the rally lead.
Gauche 40 ouvre bas corde. Sur droite 60 ouvre. Arrière droite 30 propre.
But it sounds like there's a problem.
Sur gauche 60, de toute façon il n'y a rien qu'on puisse faire. Pour droite 80.
The car's warning lights are on. What a desperate disappointment for Duval. His hopes going up in smoke. It's a terminal engine problem, and that ends Ford's chances in the Manufacturers' Championship. At service, Citroën know, but they're acting cool.
Francois Duval is out of the rally. Citroën are champions.
Yes, but we wait for the end of the rally to be happy for that. Okay, we have the title, but we prefer to wait for.
Back on the stage, Martin will know his teammates no longer piling on the pressure.
17,
but he still has to get through unscathed, and this is the very stage, remember, where Martin had a big off and retired last year.
Minus right, slow, close, over bump.
He doesn't seem too affected, third fastest.
50, 6 minus
but
right.
coming to the end of the stage, Martin slows down. His warning lights, like Duval's, have come on. He gets to the end, but it's very worrying.
Marco, you've had the disappointment of passing your teammate, but that now makes your lead very secure.
Yes, the only worry is that smoke. I don't know what's going on. It's smoking really badly.
So with one engine failing already today, this will be causing some very anxious moments in the Ford camp, and for the driver who's hoping for his first tarmac victory.
Here's the leaderboard via in Marsat. No Francois Duval, so Loeb moves to second and Sainz to third. But the important statistic for Citroën is that means they are now Manufacturers' Champions 2004.
It turns out the smoke from Martin's car was caused not by a fault, but by residual oil from yesterday's leak burning off.
22 plus left narrow, 2 right.
So the Estonian's on course to become only the 6th non-French winner of the Tour de Course.
3 minus right, close. Go 150, 4 plus left.
His lead looks healthy, and his performance throughout the event has been error-free and fast. Sebastian Loeb would have liked to win the championship by winning this rally on his home turf. But of course, it's the title that really counts, and he's now sitting pretty for his fourth consecutive second-place finish, and to take the driver's crown.
Francois, this morning you were dreaming of a race win. What happened?
Yes, just 1 kilometer after the start, the water temperature is quite very high, and just after the engine explodes. It's bad luck for me.
It's a great shame that we lost the second car. So it would have been good to have 2 cars at the top, but that's the way it is. So I don't know. Nothing I can do anyway. I'm just a driver, so I'm driving it, and if it breaks down, it breaks down. So hopefully not.
Sebastian, 2 stages to go, and you're going to be World Rally Champion. How do you feel now?
Feel very happy. I hope 2 stages to go and I will be champion, but it's really looking very good.
Guy, congratulations. Manufacturers champions for the 2nd year running. What is the key to your success this year?
I think it's the work from all of the team. It's very important to do a good job for everybody. To finish a rally, to win a rally, to win a title, it's very important to have a car very reliable. Fast but reliable.
This car can take a tremendous pounding from all the rocks, bumps and jumps in rallying, and that allows the driver to push hard when the going gets tough. The suspension setup means that they can attack every corner and jump on all surfaces. A car has to have quick cornering speed, something this car isn't short of. The transmission has been faultless the whole season, despite the tens of thousands of gear changes up and down the gearbox. The Zara may not be the quickest in the WRC, but it certainly runs a close second, and it has a superb engine management system.
And there are the 2 Citroens in 2nd and 3rd place, moving into the final 2 stages. The Zara has the level of excellence all teams strive for. Amongst those casting envious glances, Skoda. And this has been a promising rally for the Czech team, with both cars still on the road and Armin Schwartz in the point-scoring positions. He's up to 8th. 4 places ahead, Marcus Gronholm hasn't been entirely happy with the feel of his 307, but he can't complain of any mechanical problems in Corsica. He's on course to collect 5 points for himself and his team. But who could be bringing more glory to his team than Sebastian Loeb? Another stage to go, but the Frenchman can afford to cruise. He'll be counting off the carefully driven kilometres. So too will Marco Martin. He's had a few scares with smoke and fire, but he's not cruising. He wins his 6th stage of the rally, extending his lead to more than 1:40. No changes on the leaderboard as we go into the final 32 kilometres of the Rallye de France. So Peter Solberg's been unable to do enough to keep his title. With those 3 consecutive victories, he mounted a courageous defence, but not enough. The previous 3 retirements had cost him too much. He's in 5th place.
It's been a very interesting weekend. I must say, really happy for Sebastian. He had done a really good job, and he really deserves this victory. And we just want to give the whole team a congratulations and everybody, perfect job. But obviously, he will get the fight next year again, definitely.
Heading to the 95th podium finish of his long career is Carlos Sainz. This may be the Spaniard's final full season, and once again the consummate professional has put in a strong performance for his team. But all eyes are on Citroen's young hero, Sebastian Loeb. He's only in his 2nd full season. He has a long career ahead of him, but already he's looking like a rally great, to the delight of team boss Guy Freckelman. But Marco Martin's the man heading for victory in Corsica. The Estonian's had an up-and-down season, but he's done enough here to show what he's made of. His new employers will know that he's a good prospect, a real winner. But though it's Martin's day, it's Loeb's year.
He had a strong start to the season where he was first in 4 of the 8 events. That was followed by a further victory in Germany, then a string of second positions on the last 3 events. There was no way this guy looked like he would lose the championship. Incredibly, out of the 13 events so far, he's been in the top 2 10 times. And another one here, that's why he'll win the championship with 2 rallies to go. Superb, Sebastian, you're the best in the world.
Keith Reckerman looks like a proud father. And at the end of the stage, congratulations from teammate Carlos Sainz and from the outgoing world champion Peter Solberg. And we mustn't forget co-driver Daniel Elena, who also deserves considerable praise.
And the most difficult end of the stage of my life. I was thinking to the title all the last kilometer. It was incredible.
It's set to be Marco Martin's first win on tarmac, his second victory of the year, and the 4th win of his career.
3 plus left long.
It's not just about statistics. He's been fastest on over half the stages here, and he deserves this victory.
Clear the stage, boys.
Yes!
Cheers, well done, thanks.
I think it's very important for our team. We had a bit of a low summer, so it's nice to get some good feelings back, and I think it's a great result to win on tarmac. It's first time for me, so that was one of my dreams, to win on tarmac, and Corsica is the right place to do it.
Martin's eventual winning margin 2 minutes and 2 seconds. But it's that second place for Sebastian Loeb that will be making all the main headlines. The 8 points he gets, more than enough to confirm him as 2004 World Drivers' Champion. And as he's done pretty well all season, Carlos Sainz providing a valuable Citroën support act.
Congratulations, Sebastian Loeb, you are 2004 World Rally Champion.
Yes, it's incredible to say that I'm world champion. It sounds very nice, but it's strange. But I'm very happy.
What does this mean to you?
What it means that the last thing you can do when you are a rally driver, the main target is to have this title, and to have it, it's incredible.
Do you think Sebastian can now go on and get multiple titles?
I think he has very good talent. He's in a very good form with this car. There is no reason why with the next car will not be in the same form. And I think he's very talented and he can win many championships.
Sebastian now can win everywhere, in every surface, and it's very important for the future. And I think and I hope for him that it's not the last time that he will be championship.
Here's confirmation of the overall standings. Loeb points tally at 108, and it's left to Peter Solberg, Marco Martin and Carlos Sainz to fight it out for second. And all that's left to battle it out for in the Manufacturers' Championship is the minor placings. Citroën are champions for the second year running. And in recognition of these achievements, the Inmarsat Star of the Rally Award goes to team boss Keith Reckerman. This is a day that will live long in his memory. Next stop for the WRC is Spain for the Rally Catalunya. That means more tarmac and a chance for the other teams to win back some pride. Sebastian Loeb, the former champion gymnast, now world champion rally driver, celebrates a unique style. Sebastian Loeb first came to prominence in 2001 when he won the Junior World Rally Championship. His first WRC win came at the Rally Deutschland in 2002. He's experienced the highs and lows of this cruelest of sports. But now he sits at the pinnacle. He is the World Drivers' Champion 2004. all the latest WRC news, check out the website at www.wrc.com. But for now, we leave you with the new world champion.